the scariest day of my life. The scariest day of my life, Adam Evans.
I am here to bear my heart and soul for you all today. I'm going to tell you about the time in my life when I was most vulnerable. Now, I've been lucky enough where the scariest day of my life occurred when I was in high school. I'm sure you're thinking, did you ask a girl out and not realize your fly was down until it was too late? No. First, a little backstory. I was not one of the cool kids in high school. In fact, part of the reason why I'm growing this beard today is to make up for that. I'd say it's working. But I digress. I was in choir, band, and yes, even show choir. I've done enough jazz hands to last me a lifetime. I've always enjoyed performing for people, even though I was shy and lacked confidence, as long as it was in a group setting. I just have to convince myself that every single person in the audience was obviously watching somebody else. Looking back on it, I suppose I was a bit naive. I'm guessing I got a few looks being a large guy in a sequin vest going. Show choir afforded me the opportunity to go to exotic destinations for competitions, places like the farmlands of Iowa, all the way to the cheese lands of Wisconsin. And the exquisite cuisine, boiled hot dogs, Doritos, and Gatorade, can taste it on my lips now. I was living the dream. I get a little sad that that chapter in my life is over. Wait, why does it have to be over? I should just start an adult show choir. Who's with me? Who would like to start an adult show choir with me? Perfect. We'll meet up after the contest. I promise you will not regret it. While I loved everything about show choir, it was also the cause for the scariest day of my life. We didn't bus the competitions, we carpooled. Our ride of choice were school-owned baby blue Suburbans with a giant red tiger on the side, because we were the Tigers. This particular competition was in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Getting there took about 3 hours. Once we were there, we looked at the schedule and we planned out our day. As usual, we didn't make the finals. At the conclusion of the competition, after all the trophies had been handed out, everybody went home, except for me. The choir director mistakenly thought I had gotten a ride home with somebody else and didn't bother to ask me. I wasn't. The halls started to feel a little bit hollow. The walls felt like they were closing in on me, and I may have shed a tear. Okay, maybe 2 tears. Fine, I'll admit to 3 tears, but nothing more. I felt as though I was an injured antelope staring into the eyes of a hungry cheetah. Armed with only a sequin vest, a landline, and a pie eating contest sign we used as a prop, I did the only rational thing I could think of. I used 1-800-COLLECT to call my parents. As luck would have it, they weren't even home. What's a lost, scared little boy to do? Call Grandma. She assured me that she would get a hold of my parents and send them for me. So I was at least starting to feel hopeful. Roaming around the school, looking for life-giving water, I stumbled upon a basketball game. My tears allowed me to get into the game for free. So I guess there was that perk. Inside, I talked to security, I explained my predicament. I met the principal, really nice guy, graciously offered to enroll me for Monday. I did politely decline, however, because, I've already shed tears in these hallways. Next up on my meet and greet tour of Eau Claire were the police. They were going to attempt to find my choir director. Unfortunately, they were unsuccessful. I can only imagine how amazing that conversation would have been to have witnessed had it occurred. Knock, knock, knock. Ma'am, do you know why we pulled you over today? No, officer, I haven't a clue. Yeah, there's not really a delicate way to put this. You left a child in Eau Claire. Shame on you. The police were nice enough to take me out on the town to this nice fine dining establishment you may have heard of, Taco John's. I got the taco salad. Who knew that when you're scared and you don't know if you are going to live or die, or at least if your parents are going to be there within the hour, you go with the taco salad. Throughout the whole ordeal, I do have just one regret. That would be, I didn't even order any potato olays. I obviously wasn't in the right frame of mind. At the conclusion of dinner, all there was left to do was go back to the high school and wait in the cop car until my parents arrived. While the events of that day were unfolding, it was a little bit scary. However, I am glad that it happened. It turned into a unique experience that's a fun story to tell, and it's one of my favorite memories. Even though to this day, the choir director still blames me for being left behind in Eau Claire. Whatever helps you sleep at night, Mrs. Haney. Mr. Toastmaster.